Welcome back. I'm Kim Sixkiller. If you want to have a successful first year, you're going to need a winning business plan. So I want to tell you about mine. When I was getting started, I knew that I wanted something that spoke to me, but also really would help with the people around me. So I created 𝗪6 Medicare. My business plan started with the very basics of how do I even get ready for this business. The first thing that you need to do is understand this is a financial investment that you're making in yourself. So you will have to spend a little bit of money to get started. The first thing you have to do is obviously pick a name for your business. You want it to be something that not only speaks to you, but makes sense in the market that you're going to be joining. Try to stay away from anything that is a little too cheeky or that might be super flashy or even something that's very into what is cool right now, because you want your business name to stand the test of time. You don't want to be 3 years away rebranding. When I went with 𝗪6 Medicare, it was simple. It's my name, Kimberly Sixkiller, 𝗪6. When I went to make that investment on myself, the first thing I did was go and get my state license. Don't worry, you only have to sit for the license for whatever your residential state that you're filing in is. In the state of Kansas, I took care of that life and health license, and then I was on my way. From there, we knew that we needed to start looking at the certifications that are required for the business. So I focused on my AHIP. The AHIP is a 2-hour online time test that's required for me to be able to sell some of the main products that I wanted to be able to help my clients with in Medicare. All right, I've got the name of my business. I need to register it with my state. In most states, you can go online and register that name to ensure that it is available. Once you've secured that state name, you can move forward with going to the IRS.gov website and getting an agency EIN or employee identification number set up. This is important because while you think you may not need an agency now, as you grow, it's much easier to already have it in place and prevent having to recontract with all of your carriers. Take my word for it, make the investment, go get your agency set up now. You can get an EIN online for free from IRS.gov. And I want to reiterate that because when you Google it, you will have all of these systems pop up that tell you that they're going to do it for you and then try to charge you a $79 fee. Don't pay for something you can do for free. I've got my EIN, I've got my business name. Now I need my articles of incorporation. That sounds super overwhelming. You do not need a lawyer for that process. Go online to your Secretary of State website, and that is where you can register for your articles of incorporation. It has a little heftier fee to it. In Kansas, it's about $160, but once registered, you are now ready to move along your way. At this point, you can pick your local bank wherever you want to go and open that free checking account under your business name. Make sure that you set it up under your business name, but you are also on there under your personal identification so that if anything ever happens at any point in time, it can move forward to any beneficiaries or anything you have set up for your business without issue. Some of this stuff may sound silly, but planning up front will make your life so much easier later on. Next, we're going to want to go get our E&O. This is your errors and omissions insurance that is required for certain products that you may want to sell along the way. You can get this online from lots of different companies for a pretty reasonable price. I got my first E&O through enoforless.com. I bought it simply so that I could cover the Medicare and standard life products that I would want to cover. And then later, I was able to upgrade my insurance to cover the annuity products and other things along the way that I wanted to be able to help my clients with. Don't let these decisions overwhelm you. Take them step by step and have someone to help you with this process. That's where your mentor comes in that we talked about in our first video. All right, now comes some more fun stuff. I've got the structure and the skeleton of my business. I want to create a Gmail account. It doesn't have to be Gmail, but I want you to go with someone who is free, reputable, and will stand the test of time so that you can collect a lot of your business documents in that area. At this point, I chose Gmail because I knew that they also had a cloud service that was free and fairly secure that I could keep everything sorted. In hindsight, a lot of these things I did in different orders. And so if you find that setting up that Gmail account first is where you want to start because you want to use it for the Secretary of State or for your EIN, great. You can tailor this to yourself and learn along the way so that you have this advice to someday be a mentor yourself to someone else. I've got my account set up now. I want to have fun. I want to go get my domain. My domain is 𝗪𝘂𝘁𝗵.com. At that point, when I registered it, I went with one of the simple websites, such as GoDaddy. You can also use WordPress, which is what I ended up moving to later. Whatever site you choose, you can spend a minimal amount of money for that site to ensure that it is your own. One pro tip I'll give you is to look at the other domains that may surround your name and go ahead and spend the annual cost. Maybe it's $25, it could be less, it could be a little more, but buy those sites as well so that if a client goes to 𝗪6medicare.net versus .com, they still redirect to your site, and that will help stop others from setting up a website and working off of all your hard work. Eventually, I do suggest that you spend the money to buy a domain email. My main business email that I work off is 𝗪6medicare@gmail.com, but I do have 𝗪6@𝗪6medicare.com. The reason is because a lot of people will find that you are a more reputable business if your domain is part of your email. Gmails don't look professional to some people because they see them as free, cheap emails. Now, a lot of us know that the reality is some very big businesses work out of Gmail, but go ahead and set that up so that you have it. Once you have that done, you can do the fun part of setting up your social media. Whether you're a social media person or not, you should accept the fact that it is a way of life and a huge part of a way of how people communicate and find their resources. How many of you have bought the pants or the shirt that you saw in the ad on TikTok? Join the train, set up your social medias. I always suggest that you start by getting an Instagram account, a TikTok account, and a Facebook account. Yes, there are lots of other great sites, but you don't want to be overwhelmed to begin with, so just start with those 3, set them up, and know that they can sit dormant for a while before you ever start posting to them. After you get those social media pieces set up, I want you to start interviewing your independent marketing organization. Yes, you heard that right. You are interviewing them. Don't ever let a marketing organization make you feel like you're lucky to have them. This is a partnership. This is a relationship. You bring as much to the table as they do to you. And I guarantee you, after my 19 years in the industry, there are no marketing organizations out there that no one has what they have to offer. Now, there are some that are better than others. I would recommend that you check out partnerwithmhc.com. Obviously, I am the president of Magellan Healthcare, but I can tell you that we offer a lot of things that no one else offers altogether, but different things are for different people. When you pick that marketing organization, you will find a partner that should work with you and help you grow along the way. One of the number one things that you should look for is what are you giving me and helping me with? You should never get yourself into a situation where the only way that your marketing organization does for you is because you sell. It should not be a tit-for-tat situation. How can you help me become the rock star that you want me to be? Not, hey, go become the rock star, and then I'll give you the money. Once you've got that IMO settled, you've now got a great resource that will helpfully help you create a killer logo that will be the brand you want. Pick the colors that will stand the test of time and that really speak to you. Just because turquoise is a popular color today, if you don't love it and it doesn't speak to you, don't go with it. Go with what you will love for years to come. As we talk about setting up your business, you're going to want to become a pillar in your community. And the more recognizable your name and your brand is, the more likely that you can get grassroots marketing off the floor when it's time. Once you have all of these things established, you're gonna be way ahead of most of your peers because you have set up a solid foundation that will allow you to dig in and sell and live your dream.